Hi you guys, if you want to learn how to make my easy and delicious chicken taquitos, stay tuned. First I'm going to start off with one chicken breast that I'm going to season with a little bit of salt, some pepper, and also some Goya Sazonador total seasoning, and this stuff is really good, especially on chicken. Then I'm going to drizzle with a little bit of vegetable oil, turn that chicken breast over, and do the same thing on the other side. Then I'm going to pop that into a 400-degree oven for 35 to 40 minutes until it's cooked through. Next, I have my vegetables here that I'm going to roast into the oven. I have some tomatoes, I have 2 jalapeños, I have an onion, and I'm going to only use half of that onion. And I also have 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to be roasting these vegetables in the oven to make my salsa. Now I'm going to give you fair warning. If you do not like spice, I would highly suggest you cutting back to maybe 1 jalapeno, or if you're going to use 2, take out the seeds and the membranes, because that's what makes it really spicy. And this also was actually really spicy, but my husband loves spice, he can handle it, so I left all that stuff in my jalapeno, just left it whole. So after I'm done prepping my vegetables, I'm going to go ahead and drizzle with a little bit of vegetable oil, some salt, and some pepper, and just kind of roll them around so everybody can get some love. And then go ahead and pop that into that same oven that I have my chicken cooking in. But I'm only going to be roasting these vegetables for about 20 minutes or so. After they're done roasting, they're going to look like this. And I have a small blender here, and I'm going to go ahead and pop my vegetables into this blender. And as far as the tomatoes go, I don't really care for the skin, because they can be a little bit tough to eat. So I decided to just take those off, and then went ahead and popped those into the blender as well. About a tablespoon of water, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend it. Now if you like your salsa to be a bit chunkier, then I suggest that you pulse instead of blend, but I like my salsa a bit smooth, so I decided to blend mine so it can come up to that consistency, a smooth consistency. So once you've blended your salsa or pulsed your salsa, you want to go ahead and check for seasoning, and mine only needed a little bit of salt. So you want to check and taste and see what it needs, and then go ahead and adjust your seasonings. So I went ahead and transferred that salsa into a bowl, and I also added a little bit of cilantro. Like, I don't like a lot of cilantro because it can get a bit soapy tasting after a while, so I only added a little bit. If you want to omit cilantro, if you're not a huge fan, you can substitute for a little bit of parsley, and then you're going to pop that into the refrigerator so everything can have time to kind of marry together for a few minutes. So when my chicken is done, I'm going to go ahead and just take 2 forks and shred that chicken up. I highly recommend, if you're going to do any kind of shredded chicken dish, that you use the chicken that has the bone and the skin on it, because it's just going to leave your chicken juicier. I don't think anybody likes dry chicken, so doing it this way kind of prevents that from happening. once I shredded my chicken, I went ahead and popped my corn tortillas into the microwave for about a minute just to make them a bit more pliable. And then I added some of that chicken into that tortilla. Now you don't want to overstuff because they will start tearing up on you. So just add a little bit of that chicken and roll your tortillas up, and that's it. And then kind of sit them seam side down so they won't roll open on you. Now, if you are scared that they're gonna, kind of open on you, whether you put it seam side down or not, then you can just kind of secure them with a toothpick. So you want to go ahead and pop those into some hot oil. Make sure the oil is not too hot or they will burn, and put them in seam side down and kind of, help them along if they try to roll open. Once again, you could secure these with toothpicks, or you could just do what I did and kind of use your fork to kind of set it back in place if they try to roll open on you. And then you want to cook these for about a minute and a half. They really don't need a lot of time. Once they're nice and golden brown on all sides, you're going to go ahead and drain as much as that grease as possible, and then put them on a plate that's lined with paper towel. To plate these up, I'm going to put 4 of those taquitos down, and then I'm going to top that with a little bit of shredded lettuce, a few dollops of sour cream, some of our homemade salsa, and some queso fresco. Now, how good does this look, you guys? This looks so amazing, and it tasted just as good as it looked. It was bomb. It was so good. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. If you do, let me know in the comments below, and I hope you like it. If you do, I will see y'all on the next video. Before you go, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share with a friend who may like this recipe. And as you can see, my husband is about to dig in, and he gave it a big thumbs up, so he really loved it. Once again, I thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the next video. Until then, bye.